Hello everyone, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with another episode of American Dad. Today is going to be a short video. Got to announce the giveaway. Got to get this up and out so you guys can get your giveaway winnings. So we're going to cover that today, and then I'm going to discuss a quick topic, and then I am going to be wrapping it. The reason is things are a bit slow right now. Things are slow in this game for multiple reasons. One, we're in between events. Obviously, the gameplay is a little bit slower there. You don't have the event things to grind, and it's slow for me particular because I don't have premium anymore, and playing without premium, for those of you that have experienced it, is really difficult. When you've never played with it, it's not so bad because you don't know any better, but once you've done it for a long time, it's really hard to go away from it. So I am currently running without premium, and I can get it going again, and I will more than likely when the next event comes up, but that's making for slow play. And then the other big thing that's going on is I'm leveling my other fighters up to 100, so I'm getting closer. We're less than a month away now. I have a 96 and a let's get a little closer here. So we got a 96 and a 95, so 5 days per at this point. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3 is 18 and a half days until we got our next level 100. And then if you're watching commercials and stuff, which I do, knocks 3 hours off here and there, so that'll be like 17 days. So because of that, things are also slow. I'm trying to get my squad up. Obviously, I got plenty of golden turds, so I could go ahead and force him up quicker. But since we're in between everything and things are at a bit of a lull, I haven't been in this game as much as I usually do. So get in here and there and do some fighting and do some things, but it's a little bit slow. So I do apologize for not putting out as much as many videos and as much content lately on this game. And it will be coming for sure once we get the next update going, and also once I get my fighters up here, then I'll start doing some more grinding here. So what I wanted to talk about today, first things first, we're going to go ahead and announce the winners to last week's giveaway, and I will go ahead and throw those up for you right here. So our winners are Elmer, Avalanche, Ola, Dezel, Babylon, Vlado, Hugh Jazz, Adelon, Kicker, and Jaspreet. Congratulations, each of you have won 500 golden turds, and these are given by the American Dad Facebook page. Here you go, American Dad Game there on Facebook. And we do these giveaways every week for those of you that don't know, and I'll be announcing the next giveaway at the end of this video. And like I said, the goal here is to keep this one fairly short. Not one of my short videos that ends up going 45 minutes. This one actually will be pretty short. So, and obviously because you're looking at the length of the video. The number range this past week was 10 to 20,000, and then the winning number was 17,968. So for those of you that are new, the number range will be given again at the end of this video, and I will have the next giveaway going then. All right, so the one thing I wanted to cover this week, we got a big, not much in my game because I haven't been doing a whole lot here, but there is one of the Discord servers I follow, and I follow Discord servers for, I got the Facebook pages where I get my information, and Discord servers where I get information, and things like that. So the American Dad has a great Discord server. There's a American Dad Prime Discord server that I've been following, and I put my videos there as well, and they support the channel, and I'm supporting them as well. So there's a recent post. Let me go ahead and turn that on here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pop it up here on the screen. That's for you, and then I got something on my side which should make it a little easier for me to see, and hopefully this comes through quicker. So here we go. I have the link down below to the American Dad Prime server here. What do we have? I'm trying to find the information about the server here. Whatever, I guess all we see here's the users that we have, but I got a link down below in the description, so go ahead and click on that and join the server. And my Discord server has a little bit of information about all the games that I'm covering and specific stuff to me personally, or not personally, but the channel. And there's bigger channels out there that devote themselves more or less to one specific game. So we got the Hustle Prime server, we got the American Dad Prime server, there's a I'm drawing a blank. right here, the dark side for Zero City. So we got Discord servers for all of them, we got the Shelter Warrior. So everybody's got, you know, Discord servers that are specific to that specific game. And this is the one for American Dad. So just recently this week, actually, one of the users here posted a guide about stickers. You know, people have been asking about, you know, shopping mall and stickers and best way to go. And Kyle here just put together a huge article with tons of information, pretty much everything you could possibly wonder about stickers. So I highly recommend going here. I went through and looked through it, and I want to cover a couple things at the end. I'm just going to quickly scroll through some things here and highlight some things as I see them. But there's a couple items at the end that I want to talk about. And I keep mentioning that I'm going to bring up a you know, a strength versus power video. And there's a lot of, oh, what's going on here? Sorry, I don't know if that was skipping around. I apologize. There's a lot of people out there that are good at this, and I have an idea. I'm not an expert at it by any stretch, and I'm trying to learn and trying to get better. Once I do, I'm going to put a little bit of a guide out on the channel, but part of that is mentioned here in this guide here on the stickers, because it's relative to anything that can increase your power. You know, making sure that you try to focus on the strength side of it is key to everything. So basically what we have here in the Discord server is just a bunch of information about what stickers are, how to get them, how to properly put them on, what's useful, how to level them, everything. So I'm not going to read a lot of this. So if you guys want to get in there, there's a lot of good stuff in there. And we got different levels. I mean, for those of you that are new, I think pretty much everybody probably knows this already, but see if that loads here. So we have, let me make a quick check to see if you guys can see this. It looks like it should be fine. So the same as all the rest of the gear, we got common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. And the main ones you want to focus on are obviously the ones that are the most expensive. So we got epics and legendaries that add the most to your abilities. They also cost the most to put on and are the most difficult to get. I'll get a little further in. You guys, like I said, you guys can go in and look at all these details later. But I just wanted to highlight a couple things as we're going through here. Again, just talking about how you put them on, how much it costs, prices. Excuse me. Unfortunately, in this game, the prices to I think that's coming up, how much it costs to put each one on. And you've got the glue. You know, if you're merging two stickers together, you got the glue, which gives you a better chance of something happening. So this right here, fortunately in this game, they've lowered the costs. Initially when Hustle Castle came out, and this is still true in Zero City, that if you want to insert an orange chip, it's called in that game, it costs, it's either 3 or 4. I think it's 3 million gold or cash, whatever, to put in one of these, and for a purple it costs $1 million. It is ridiculously expensive, and that's the same thing it was in Hustle Castle, and they lowered the prices. It seems like right away from the beginning, American Dad did it right, and they have these lower costs. And also, if you put in a chip, you know, it costs golden turds to take them out, but they already have the reduced rate here. So again, it's much more manageable, much easier to deal with. So that's, you know, kind of like what it is and how you get it and how you do a bunch of stuff. But once we get down here, we start talking about, you know, power side of things. And, you know, here's each of the different types of stickers you get, and then how much it gives you. So a damage sticker, if you just get a common one, it's going to give you 7 extra damage. And if you max it out, you know, you're adding your glitter to max it out, you can get it up to 14. And then for uncommon, 24 to 48, 81 to 34, etc., etc. So obviously the legendary, the orange, is giving you the most. So if you put in a maxed out legendary damage chip, you're adding an extra 776, not chip, sorry, sticker, 776 damage to your squad. So obviously that is highly useful, but it's highly expensive. And in order to get this, you know, either open up chests or you are just doing shopping mall runs like crazy to get everything. And that's what I do during the events. When the events are off, especially without premium, I don't do it because it's just too painful to take that long to go through a fight. And then you can apply all of, you know, obviously the same logic for every single one of these stickers. And the main thing to focus on here for me, and it seems like this is written here as well, is you don't want to put a sticker on just because you can put a sticker on. Somewhere down here it mentions that, you know, if you have a tank up front who happens to have a sticker spot that allows you to put on energy damage, it wouldn't be that, it would be engineering, what's it called? Basically making your engineer more powerful. I have one of those in Hustle Castle. And you don't want to be putting that chip on. Oh, I lost my screen. There we go. You don't want to put that chip on because it's going to give you an artificial power. Your power will go up for sure, but it actually gives you no benefit whatsoever. So that's, a zero. When we're talking about strength versus power, that's the worst it can possibly get, because it gives you no additional strength whatsoever, but it makes your power harder or bigger. So then when you go in the shopping mall, you're going to be facing harder competition because you have a bigger power number. So that's, those are the reasons why you want to make sure you are outfitting your people properly. So that's one side of the strength side of the world. And then the other side of it is dealing with, I don't know the words he uses here, but it's down at the bottom. It's guaranteed versus, chance items. So if we go back up here to our stickers, damage, this is a guaranteed stat. When you put this on, you're going to get an extra 7 damage for a common. You're going to get an extra 5 energy damage. You're going to get an extra 28 for energy charge. You're going to get an extra 108 for health, and et cetera, all the way down to energy armor. So all of those are guaranteed stats. You're guaranteed to get those if you put those stickers on. Crit and dodge, these are not guaranteed. What these are giving you a better chance, and those chances are based on tons of different variables. How strong your competition is, what level you're at. There's a bunch of charts out there as well that shows you, it's kind of like a flattening curve the further you get out. The stronger you are versus your competition, the more likely something is to happen. So if you got a bunch of crit, you're more likely to get crit shots, or dodges, you're more likely to get dodges. But if you're facing somebody similar to you, they don't fire off nearly as often. So you need to have the stat higher to have a better chance of it happening. But again, it's still a chance. So if you're going to put this, I'm not going to use common, that's a bad example. Let's just take this rare 300 crit for a rare sticker here. So if you put that on, you're going to get a better chance of having a crit happen, but it's not guaranteed. So this is going to be a set amount of power. There's another chart before it said how much power it's actually adding. So you're going to do a comparison of seeing how much and then how likely something is to happen to see the chance of the benefit of adding that, versus going up here to like a damage rare of 81. You take this 81 power, or 81 extra damage, put that over your total power increase, and then you can come up with a ratio to say, oh, okay, by adding this rare sticker, I have, a 0.2 increase in my power, basically strength to power ratio. And you want that strength to power ratio to be as high as possible. And here again, this adds a lot of power, but it doesn't add as much strength because it's not even a guaranteed. That's basically what the strength to power is, and I'm going to come up with better examples and make this much more understandable in the future. But the short message to come out of this is you want to be focusing on the guaranteed stats. Make this your primary focus. If you're far enough along where you can do some of the others, then obviously you don't really need this guide anyway. But for your first area of stickers, you want to focus on the guaranteed stats. You want to focus on your damage. You want to focus on your health. You want to focus on your armor, and it depends on which person you're doing. I think this is mentioned down here below as well. If I don't see it, I'll go back up top. Yeah, he's got this primary. I don't 100% agree with all of these, but it's the same general concept here. So for your warriors up front, you want your warriors to last as long as possible. I keep calling them a tank because that's the point of them. They're up there to last as long as possible. So you want to work on their health and you want to work on their armor. He mentions down here, don't focus on energy armor. Maybe not yet in this game, but it becomes significantly more important, at least in Hustle Castle it does, so I'm assuming that's going to be the case here as well. Once you get higher level fighters at situation 10 and then certainly situation 11, basically your middle row becomes massive damage dealers, and sometimes they are what carry your squad, and that might not be the case yet here in American Dad, so that might be why he mentioned that. But energy armor is also quite important. It will be later, but again, it's a guaranteed stat, so you primarily want to focus on your health, your armor, and he says no one energy armor yet, but that's something to consider as well. So you just want your tank to last as long as possible. And then secondary dodge, I would make that a distant secondary, because if you have other things to go down here, other primaries, I would definitely focus on all the primaries first, because a dodge, it is helpful as a tank 100% for sure, but it's just not a guaranteed stat. If you're trying to keep your strength ratio high, you might not want to do that because it's going to give you not a guaranteed increase there. And then for your gunslinger, that's your major damage dealer in the back. You want to focus on damage. I would actually put health as a primary +1. I would make damage your primary focus, only damage, because they're the ones dealing damage. And then health, sure, that's a guaranteed stat, but I would still put that down below, definitely above the crit, but down below health here. Because again, you want to make your damage dealers as strong as possible. And once you get your engineering, again, I don't 100% agree with all of these, but certainly energy charges, that's king. That's your number one focus. So health, damage, energy charge, maybe health and armor, damage, and energy charge. Those should be your primary focuses. And health obviously is important because the longer they last, the better. But I would take this health and put it on your warrior until they're maxed out before you focus on health on either of these. That's my personal opinion. And then energy damage, this is relative to your squad, and it depends on what you're doing. If you have a squad that is just doing energy damage and that is their point, then sure, focus on energy damage for that person. But if you have a engineer who's doing resurrection or restores, then don't do the energy damage because they're not doing hardly energy damage anyway. And this is going to be such a minor increase to the overall. Actually, it increased the power a big amount, especially put an orange chip in there, orange sticker, sorry. But it's not going to help you that much because your engineers are not doing that much damage. Your resurrection and restore engineers are not doing that much damage. So it's really not worth the extra power increase of putting this chip with a sticker. Keep talking about Zero City stats here. Putting that on your resurrection and mages. But if you have, there's a bunch of damage, good engineering damage fighters in this game, and then it's for sure then it's worth it because there's just extra energy damage to them, which is going to be helpful for sure. So I would say energy charge number one by far, and then primary +1 health, and then if you happen to have a damage dealer, then energy damage. I'd definitely put an asterisk next to that one. So primary versus secondary, I think he's mentioning basically the same thing here as I just said. So that's it. I mean, that's a guide. It's a fantastic guide. It's everything you can possibly want and more. Written really well, organized really well, and got good pictures and everything in there. So like I said, there's gonna be a link down below in the description for the American Dad Prime server, so you go ahead and check that out and join them, and feel free to mention that you are joining from QC Runner or not, no big deal. But there's a lot of good information here. So we got a lot of good channels up there related to all the major items in the game, and there's a lot of really smart people that have broken down a lot of items to the game. So you can learn a lot by following all these chats here for sure. So, and when the events go, people go crazy there as well. So, and there's sticker chat here. I didn't really look at that too much. I'm not sure what's in there, but I'm sure there's people talking about this, and Kyle's probably editing this as people are giving good information there as well. So highly recommend it. Great place to go. Great place to learn more about the stickers and what they're going to gain for you and your squad. So, all right, we been out of the game too long. The problem with that is now, since I got everything going really slow, take me a while to get my guy happy again. But the good news about this game, they have these little pop-ups that come up so often in this game versus the other games. You can actually probably get the happiness going a lot quicker. So let's see. Look at that. He's not happy already. Oh, we're just down to the green. No big deal. We'll get there real quick. So that was the primary, and there's no bubbles yet. That was the primary goal of this video for me. I just wanted to get that out there, let you guys know about that, do a little promo for the American Dad Prime server because there's a lot of great information there. So, but that was it. Like I said, once I can get my premium going again, once I get these guys up to 100, then I'm going to jump back in and start going full speed in this game as well. And also when the next event comes out, we got a Hustle Castle event starting tomorrow. There's a Zero City event that just started today, and there's hints of maybe a shelter event coming. I'm not sure if I read that one correctly or not. So I'm actually okay with not having an event going here because grinding all 4 games or even more than 2 at a time is challenging enough as it is, as I found out recently. So I'm okay. Hopefully they wait a week or 2 till the other ones die down, do the next event here, and then I'm ready to go because then I can blast through this one and focus on it. So but yeah, again, oh no, we got to announce the next giveaway. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So the giveaway, like before, the American Dad Facebook page is providing the golden turds to everybody. We're gonna have, not everybody, but 10 winners each week and 500 golden turds to each winner. Gonna do the same thing we do every week, just doing an explanation for the new viewers here, so you guys can figure out how to do it. But I have a link down below in the description with a Google form. So you go click on that form, open it up, and you need to give me your game ID, which you get right here. Mine is 1800476. You need your game ID. Give me your in-game name, or whatever you want me to call you, and then your guess. And the number range this week is going to be 20,000 to 30,000. So give me your guess somewhere in that range. Give me those other two stats and put that in the Google form. 5 days after this goes live, I'll stop the giveaway and then I'll announce the winner in the next video. So good luck to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out that Discord server if you're looking for more information on the stickers or anything American Dad for that matter. So thanks for watching. This has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.